Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Untapped Podcast. My name is Jacob Gabel.
And my name is Jacob Wurtz, guys. Welcome to episode 134 of the Untapped Podcast. If this is your first time joining us, first of all, thank you. We are thrilled to have you here with us. We've actually got 5 main formats of our show. So first, we have Forging Fortitude episodes. Now, in these episodes, we cover the mental side of our brand. We go over our anecdotal experiences with things like mindset and mentality, and then we pass on tips and advice to you guys to then apply to your own lives. Next, we have physical vitality. We're kind of combining those two categories tonight.
A little bit, yeah.
But we have physical vitality episodes. So in these episodes, we cover the physical side of our brand, okay? We have 2 certified personal trainers here, so we really get to showcase our expertise in these episodes. We cover everything to do with the gym, nutrition, diet, workouts, workout programs like 75 Hard, or fitness programs, I should say, like 75 Hard, supplements, Untapped training, which is going extremely well. If you guys are interested in that, please reach out. We would love to help you out in any way possible. And sometimes we will take trending topics or articles within the fitness industry and give our thoughts and opinions on those. Guys, these physical vitality episodes are money, okay? They are filled with a ton of free info, so make sure you pay attention to those and apply those things to your fitness journey.
Mm-hmm. Love it, dude. Love it. For prospective clients as well, by the way, we do have 3 different styles of training.
Mm-hmm.
Highest price point, mid, and then right below that as well. So
Yes.
if you guys are interested in different styles, personalized programming just monthly along with our own workouts and whatnot, or one-on-one, please reach out. 100%.
Definitely.
100% want to reiterate that. Now, on to our 3rd format. That is our breaking news format. The breaking news format is a current event-based format. Now, keep in mind, we could do 3 to 4 plus of these a week, especially with the clown show that is our current country in the United States, between Kamala and Trump debate, et cetera, all of it. Now, we're not here to doom and gloom. We are here to actually give you solutions to these things and what could solve the issues currently going on in our world, and we are here to match them with our other formats productively. We're not here to just bitch about the current society or anything like that. Now, on to our 4th format. That is our Knights Table format. That is a masculinity-based format. We talk about things like toxic masculinity, if it's real, what it even is, fatherhood, the impact it's had on our lives, masculinity in general, and how important males are to society, and male-based topics in those episodes. A lot of fun. Now, keep in mind, though, I'm 26. Wurtz is 26.
Mm-hmm.
Our producer, Mitchell, is 24. Because of that reason, we are not coming to you at the top of the mountain as some all put together perfect man. The only perfect man to ever walk the earth is Jesus Christ. Now, on to our 5th format. That is our guest format. That is when we sit down with an entrepreneur, fitness professional, athlete, doctor, somebody that brings you value in general. Those episodes are great because we sit down, we learn a lot, you end up learning a lot, and it's all a very symbiotic relationship, so to speak here. Now, our last thing to introduce is our producer and my brother, Mitchell Gabel.
Symbiotic. Wow.
It's the big word of the night.
Remember,
right there.
I did go to college.
We did for a little while.
Yeah,
yeah. We dipped the toe in. Yeah.
Mitchell's left. The funny thing is, I was there as long as him. It's just that he graduated in 3 years.
maybe keep that one under wraps there. Yeah.
Probably.
Don't bring that up.
Probably a call out. Probably a call out waiting for us right there after that one. Gosh.
Oh, man. Mitch, what's up, dude?
Not much.
Yeah?
I think he was looking in the dictionary beforehand to get that.
What big word can I use?
Yeah.
What big word can I use?
He went to.
I'm like Eminem when he was expanding his vocabulary when he first started rapping.
He went to the Google machine. Big word, good. That's what he said.
Me lift heavy stone.
Yeah.
Sad voice and head go quiet.
Jesus, what the?
Have you never heard that before?
No.
It's a funny like lifting meme, basically saying
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
so
We're
funny.
Yeah, sorry guys. Apparently I'm not.
Speaking of
hilarious at
lifting
all.
memes, what the hell's the culture nowadays of the whole like dudes wearing masks like in the gym and shit like that, where they have like the full like
That was
talking about-
COVID.
horror. No.
I knew you were gonna say
That's
that.
a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like the horror film mask and like they're like flexing in the mirror and they're doing this thing.
No,
It's weird.
Literally, you and I have watched those
Could
videos
you do
too,
that
yeah.
one more time
No,
for us?
no,
to fight?
no. I'm all out.
Don't worry, I'll have the angle on him. Words, don't worry. Actually, that's a great question because that culture is so cringy, and I think honestly, I will say this: it's probably something where like men nowadays are told not to be men, so like they go the like too far the opposite direction and start acting like literal
mean,
baboons, essentially. Like,
You have the guy at your gym that thinks he's the white Tarzan, the headband and the combat boots and the camo
he's got
jeans.
the like full like what do you call them, fatigue type jeans?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like, okay, so you found the nearest army surplus store.
He actually like if he wasn't in Vietnam, I don't know what he was, because like he'll go outside and smoke cigs in the middle of a session too.
Yeah, but he's like our age.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
kinda based.
Could be 18.
Yeah.
Cigs are based.
Yeah, darts during the workout.
We were actually just ripping darts before the
Bring
pod,
back
so you're not
bring
that's
back
crazy.
bring
Yeah,
back
that's
darts
crazy.
inside while you're squatting.
Cigs inside? Question
Yep.
mark.
while you're squatting.
Yep. Hey, it's kind of impressive, the guys who can like talk with SIGs or like do stuff while they're like, operating a forklift or any other blue collar task you might be.
true.
And it's like
Those guys are just,
flopping up and down and somehow
Yeah.
it stays in their mouth the entire time. Like it's kind of impressive.
Buddy is just fascinated by SIG culture.
I think Peaky Blinders had a lot to do with that. The show.
yeah.
That,
Great show.
That makes cigs look so cool.
Oh yeah.
Like so sick.
Now
in
I
that
drink
show.
whiskey every day.
Wow.
Oh,
That one wasn't supposed to be on the pod.
wait.
Gosh.
Yeah. Scratch
No,
that one.
it's just
Scratch
garage.
that
It's
one.
just garage beer.
Just garage
It's
beer.
shout out, by the way.
Yeah.
Small little brewery.
Yes.
Phenomenal beer. Yeah.
So good.
Light 95 cals. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Keep the fitness in check while you're at it.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gable, I got a question for you.
Hit me.
Why do you train? What do you train for?
Great intro, my friend. great intro. Why do I personally train? It was at first just to look good. I'll be honest with you. And two, to not lose my mind after I was not playing hockey anymore.
Did you ever
in
find
college? Never found my mind.
Okay.
But
I figured.
so I did lose it. And so that wasn't a successful part there at all. But that's not the point.
We this is an official announcement. If you guys have found Gable's mind, please return it back to us. Our email is extricationfitness@gmail.com. Please let us know.
Yeah. That sounds like an infomercial. That's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, literally at first it was when my why of training was looking good, and then also just something else to do other than hockey, because I wasn't playing college hockey anymore at the time. And again, I had trained for college hockey, so I started lifting then, but on my own is what I'm talking about here. And it now is morphed into the fact that I want to be as healthy of a dad as I can, as fit of a dad as I can, as productive of a father, productive of a husband, as a friend, etc.
Future dad, just to clarify there.
Yeah, I guess I didn't say future. Sorry. Yeah.
Unless there's something we don't know about here. But
Gosh. Yeah, so I probably should clarify.
you really
future.
did lose your mind.
I'd see.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should have went down that rabbit hole, because now it's going to expose itself real quick here. But yeah, future of those things, of course. And also like longevity wise, I mean, there are literally 75, 80-year-olds that, because they've stayed active and trained their whole life, that they're doing very well at that age.
And they're alive.
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah,
literally.
alive and living a healthy and enjoyable life
Yeah,
too. So
right.
for me, that's a big factor in it long term. And again, that's a while away. I'm 26, but yeah. So like that's where I start, and I think it's a great intro for sure. But what about you?
I have absolutely no reason.
You just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's totally
Just
fair.
check it off the checklist. As you know, I'm a very like regimented guy. Like I do the same thing basically every day.
Mhm.
So
And somehow lifting made its way in there. Yeah.
yeah, it's just something I do.
Yeah.
That's all.
Makes total sense. That adds up for sure.
No, I mean, the reason I started was because I realized how out of shape I was. I was gaining weight at a pretty rapid pace and was developing like a
Reoccurring.
acid reflux disease and was having crazy heartburn and things like that. Stuff I was even on prescription medication for, as far as that goes. And I realized, I'm like, this is dumb. Like, why am I taking a medicine to basically put a Band-Aid over heartburn or acid reflux when I can just lose the weight? I have all this extra weight that's putting pressure on my insides, is essentially what was happening, and forcing that kind of stuff to come back up my throat and into my mouth and stuff. And like it sucked, like it almost makes you not want to eat because it's just uncomfortable, and it's gross. Like you feel nasty.
Not to mention nutrition wise too.
Of
It
course.
wasn't as good at the time either. So that didn't help the situation either. Yeah.
Absolutely. And clothes start to not fit or they get tighter in places you don't want them to be tighter, like your waistband on your shorts or, the stomach of your shirt and things like that. Like that obviously doesn't feel good. So I realized I needed to make a change, and then, you and I reconnected, and obviously you were a couple years into working out and kind of your fitness journey and whatnot. And so we started working out, and then it was like, all right, well, I want to look good. You know what I mean? Like I want to attract people and be confident in myself and things like that. So, and that certainly still exists, you know, mostly the confidence piece of that.
Yeah.
Because with confidence comes attraction of people to you, you know, not just saying, oh, I'm looking for girls or I'm looking for guys. Like it's just, you attract better people in your life.
You're
know?
looking for guys?
You know what I meant.
I just had to.
I tried to keep going on
you
that.
Would have done this. You would have done the same thing.
1,000%.
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah.
That's why I tried really hard just to keep going. But you have better influences in your life, and you have better people around you, and you know, it doesn't mean you just have, you know, shredded, jacked people everywhere, but you have people with the right things in mind around you. You know, and that's important to me and to us. And
we have some pretty fit friends, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, seriously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We do. I mean, I can't think of anyone that's out of shape, you know, honestly. Yeah. Can we all be working towards things? Obviously. But
of course,
it's not like we have like the fat friend, you know?
Yeah.
And now, you know, it's discipline. I continue to try and build that. Consistency, continue to try to build that. Confidence, continue to try and build that. And honestly, the same things that you said for yourself as well. Like down the road, I want to be able to live a long, healthy life. I really do, you know, and working out and eating good and just being overall active, you know, because there's days where I don't go to the gym, and I know you'll agree with this, days you don't go to the gym, like I'm still finding a way to be active. You know, very rarely is it a 100% day off, you know, and that's not I don't take rest days. Like that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just, even if I can get a 3-mile ruck in, even if I can get a 2-mile ruck in, you know, or if I have 20 minutes, all right, let's go get a 1.5 miles real quick. You know, take the dog with me. That's good for her too, you know, and pickleball, we've talked about it, but pickleball is a great way to be active. It's great. It's fun. Number one, you get to compete. That's also fun. But 3, you're moving laterally, you're moving forward, backwards, you're having to react, you know, like you are moving, even with doubles, like you're moving a lot. On a little bit less of a scale, but we obviously have been taking up golf here a lot recently. And is it always super active? Not necessarily, but you're getting your steps in.
I was going to say,
for one thing.
So it's an easy way to get your steps in. It's also phenomenal for rotation.
Absolutely.
And being able to actually rotate through your spine and use your spine how you're supposed to.
Maintaining flexibility, maintaining your body, able to move how it should, 100%.
Especially when you start hitting the ball, like I'm finally starting to.
Right. And the way we hit the ball, we have to walk all over the place looking for it, you know? So or we're walking back and forth on the green because we try to find the edges of the green instead of the hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's, no, I don't like fairways. You know what I mean?
Well, it just makes it too easy.
I'd rather go in the woods.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, give me some sticks and some rough and, you know, dirt. And stuff
it's definitely purposeful when I put it in the woods.
Yeah, obviously.
of course.
DeChambeau, like he doesn't test himself like we do.
No,
you know,
not.
And that's why overall we are better golfers. You know, like I would shoot 30 under as well, like Schauffele did in the last tournament. If I was hitting, you know, or Scheffler, I meant to say Scheffler, not Schauffele. Xander Schauffele's a different golfer.
He's actually really good too.
He is.
Yeah.
You know, if I was Scheffler and hitting the fairway every time, like, yeah, I would probably shoot 20 to 30 under as well. And
game would be easy, yeah.
Win $62 million in a year and a gold medal. Yeah, okay, congrats,
Nothing
dude.
crazy. I mean, seriously. Like,
let's see you do it how we do it. You know what I mean? Anyway.
We might be like actual professional bullshitters.
I think we're just a little delusional.
Yeah, that's not wrong. That's not wrong.
You mean we can get paid for BSing all the time? We need to look into that.
I mean, there are definitely some podcasters that get paid doing that too.
For
Like,
sure.
and they, you'll listen to it and it's like, how does this guy have an
It's
audience?
like, what are they even talking about?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I'm sure our audience does that quite a bit.
Oh,
Like,
sure.
And
yeah.
these dudes just never stay on topic. But and another thing with golf, and then I'm moving on. Like you're also outside.
Mhm.
You're in nature. You're getting sunlight. The scenery is always awesome. Like it's also just kind of good for the heart, good for the soul. You know what I mean? There's part of
Absolutely
that too.
it is.
As
Yeah.
frustrating of a game it is, it's also very peaceful out there.
Mhm.
You know, and it's very intricate as well. You got to think a lot. You know, the more we've picked it up, the more we've put an effort into picking it up, like we realize how much math is involved in golf,
Mhm.
angles and slopes and things like that. It's just like, holy cow, you know, I thought you just kind of got up there and hit the ball.
Yeah.
I've been playing golf a long time. Most of my life I've been playing golf.
Yeah.
But, so even those types of things, pickleball, golf, like I want to be able to play those forever. You know what I mean? So I'm going to maintain a healthy body, being able to move and things like that. Reasons we both have already mentioned. Down the road when we're fathers, 100%. That's very important to me. Both of our fathers kept themselves in good shape. They were on the ice with you guys. We were playing catch, or we were just outside in general, shooting hoops, like whatever. Doesn't matter. We got to do all those things with our dads.
My mom taught us how to swim and couldn't really swim herself.
Yeah.
That's a funny thing, which is kind of crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So we witnessed what that can look like as parents that keep themselves healthy so that they can be active with their kids, be active as a family. Like that's important to me too, So those are, I'm sure we're both forgetting reasons probably.
Sure.
Obviously you can't beat a good pump.
No, of course. Yeah.
It feels awesome.
Of course. Yeah.
And there's just a sense of accomplishment as well. Not only on an individual day of getting a workout done, whether it's a GoRuck equipment workout like what you and I have been doing a lot recently, or you go to the gym, or you go do a ruck or a run, or go for a long swim. You just said swimming. There's a sense of accomplishment. Like, all right, I did that. I started my day off, or I finished my day off on a really good positive note. If you're someone that works out at lunch, like that's probably a good little break in the middle of the day. You know what I mean? Like Mitch, you've talked about in the past, like you'll break up your day, you'll go outside for 10, 15 minutes. You might go for a short walk, whatever it is, and that can be vital to your afternoon, So exercise and movement is it's just awesome.
It's the best. Yeah.
It's literally awesome.
And again, why do you feel that way? There's actually a literal scientifically documented performance enhancement that comes from it.
Right.
There's endorphins that come from it. There's all these different types of adaptations that occur from being active and
positive dopamine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It also helps regulate your sleep. All this other stuff. I mean, you name it. It's so good. Like and the point is, guys, we were listing off all of our stuff too, because I'm sure some of that has to resonate to a certain degree. I'm sure you hear some of those things. You want to do some of those things. Some of you want to play golf and pickleball. Some of you, I would hope all of you, want to be a very healthy parent as well. All you want to be a healthy husband or wife. That's huge.
Yeah.
Those are massive things that should be considered when it comes to, okay, am I in a healthy spot where I could do these things?
Right.
And that's why, and actually one of our buddies, Jeff Lavecchio, he talks about this a ton, the why of your training. That's why, part of the reason why we even talk about this here to get to our audience, but he talks about it a bunch is like, again, why do you train? What is your reason? Before, as you're going to the gym, as you're going for a run or something like that, think about the reasons you're doing this. Think about why you're pushing yourself to do this. All this type of stuff. It's that word, why. You have to ask yourself that question.
Yes.
You have to.
Yes.
Because it can't just be kind of a mindless activity, as much as we like to joke and like it's on autopilot. But there has to be a reason behind it.
Yeah.
100%. And I think you said it best. Movement and exercise is just the best.
Yeah.
It really is.
I'll take today, we're recording on Thursday night. Like I'll take today as a perfect example where I woke up later than what I wanted to. I kind of just lulled and stayed in bed and kept pushing the snooze. And my dad will start laughing here, or probably rolling his eyes. Cause he's like, yeah, all he does is hit the snooze button. But, today I was literally, as I'm continuing to lay in bed, I'm like, okay, well, I've woken up later than what I wanted and needed to get to the gym. It's like, well, I could just bang today, like I could just, not going to work out today. And it's like,
check it. Yeah.
It's like, no, maybe I don't quite have the amount of time I need to get down to House of Pain or whatever. Cause it's not like it's just down the road. It's not that far, but it's not just down the road for me. It's like, you know what? No, like I'll get the GoRuck stuff out and I will come up with something that will be productive. Whether it's 30 minutes, 35, 40, 45, doesn't matter. Like, then I at least am getting outside here in the morning. I'm getting some movement in. Is it going to be the absolute best workout? Maybe not. It's still going to be a pretty good one, and it still was. So that's what I did. I finally got my butt up out of bed. And it's like, okay, we're still going to make this happen. So my point in saying that is like, number one, I get it. There are those days where it is so easy to just stay in bed, and sometimes that is also your body saying like, hey, dude, like we have got to get some sleep. We've got to catch up on that. Now, if you're doing that every other day, or 3 times a week or whatever.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah. Now you're just lying to yourself, you know? But sometimes there is a time where it's just like, it's okay. You missed your alarm, you know, hopefully you're not like late for work or something. That's a different story. But you missed your alarm or whatever. Maybe your body needed it that day. You know, I know mentally that kind of sucks and it kind of messes with you. Like, oh, I didn't get to the gym today. Well, maybe you listen to your body in that situation. Again, evaluate the situation though. Okay. But number 2, you can still go for a 30-minute walk. Maybe you don't have a vest like what we do, or a Go rucksack like you do, or some Go Ruck equipment like we do, or whatever. Like maybe you don't have those things. That's okay. Go for a walk. Go for a run. You know, like at least get that in. And then you can still have that sense of accomplishment. Okay, on this day where I woke up, I missed my gym time, I still got something in. And I can still be excited and happy about that, you know?
Absolutely. And I think you should be evaluating your day as well. And the night of the day before, at minimum, some people plan out even farther than that. I'm sure you probably plan out a little bit more than, of course, I do, as you know. But I mean, I'll literally plan out the night before. I'm like, okay, cool. So it's Monday. I always have plenty of time during lunch during these days to go to the gym or go get a workout in of some sort. Okay, cool. That's when I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, okay, maybe I need to get a little more sleep because I'm waking up early for some group classes or some clients or whatever it is. Okay, I go to bed early. Boom, 10 o'clock, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Wake up for the client, go to the client, go to Health Source, and then, oh, lunchtime. Perfect. I had it planned out.
Right.
It's perfectly how I wanted it right now.
Right.
And again, obviously, whenever we do have kids, it's going to be a little bit different. We're probably going to have to get up at the ass crack of dawn, essentially, to do that at that point in time.
That's always been a really funny saying to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what does that even mean?
I have no clue.
Yeah, like Dawn has
Like
an ass.
ass crack? It doesn't relate at all in my opinion, but whatever. But hey, so I mean, at that point in time, it'll probably be different. So you kind of have to evaluate. It's like, okay, my kids wake up at 6 a.m. Am I going to be able to get my own time? Okay, 4:30's got to be that time.
Right.
And then you're going to have to start reevaluating and whatnot. Because again, like hypothetically, you're active with your kids. They'll also go to sleep on time again too, as well, which is a big thing for kids is activity and nutrition. We could do a whole episode on for younger people and health for them as well in the future. But, you know, you do have to think about it. You have to consider those things. You have to prioritize it to do that, even if it's that 30-minute walk or whatnot. You have to be like, okay, I have this little sliver of time here. Yeah, let's do it. Right. I mean, literally for me, it'll be as simple as I have 20 minutes. Okay, I'm going to pick up one of each piece of equipment of the Go Ruck, and I'm going to carry it up the hill and back down.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's a very straightforward thing. Again, that's pretty hard to do, so I'm not expecting everybody to do it starting out. Right. But it should be, that's a pretty simple option.
Absolutely.
You know, just like you could literally walk up hills with no weight, and you're going to get a ton of benefit out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Hills are actually, if we're being completely honest, like side note on hills, they're a phenomenal way to build strength and cardiovascular endurance.
Yes.
Because of the fact that they do similar things to what sprints do.
Right. And because of the fact that they suck.
And that they suck. So it's also really good mentally.
Yeah.
And again, it's going to take you a shorter period of time to do them than it will a run sometimes too, and get really good benefits out of
driving to the gym, driving home. Like sometimes that's a good option.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
100%. Because not everybody has home gyms. Not everybody has home gym equipment. There's obviously people that literally are like, all they can do is $10 a month for a membership or something like that. Or whatever it is.
Right.
You know, or all they can do is just go to the local park. Perfect. You're still getting it done.
Yes.
There is always, and that's the thing is, I think there's this conversation where fitness and health is only for rich people. That's not true.
Right.
You and I are not rich.
No.
At all. Not even close to it. You know, eventually we'll be, yes, but we still prioritize it in our day now.
Yes.
And again, gym memberships are not that expensive. They're going to be 30 to 35.
Yeah.
A lot of times at the highest.
Yeah.
If you want to go to a luxury one in the future, perfect. You want to go to $200 a month? Cool.
Right.
Perfect. That's great because it's an awesome environment. Awesome. But the point is that it is fitness and staying healthy is for literally everybody.
Yeah.
There is possible ways to get it done. You can buy in bulk at the grocery store. You can look for stuff at a different location than you maybe would, even if it's not a Costco or a Sam's Club or something like that. Walmart, all the local grocery stores near you are going to have options for bulk and that type of stuff. Again, it might be a couple more dollars or something like that, but it's also going to help you because if your health is good, then you're going to be able to make more money too.
Right.
Which I know for sure. Because again, when my mental state's been in the worst spot, which was probably a year ago now or something like that, that was when my health was the worst too. you know?
Yeah.
And then I wasn't able to prioritize the health as much. Then I wasn't able to prioritize making money as much. So I didn't make as much money. I was very essentially broke
It's a trickle
at the
down
time.
effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all a trickle down effect. So trust me, the one thing you don't want to take out is health.
Right.
Like, I don't care how much, if you make 20 grand a year or you make $1 million a year, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like that's the one thing that shouldn't be a compromise
Right.
at that point in time.
And something else we haven't mentioned on this episode specifically, because we have mentioned it before, but like especially a lot of the people that are listening or watching right now, we wouldn't know you if it wasn't for the communities surrounding fitness. You know, we mention First Form and S2 all the time. Well, the reason we mention them a lot is because they hold special places in our life. You know, not only do we use the products that those places sell, and they're the best products around, undoubtedly, you know. However, something that has come along with both of those companies is a community aspect. We know a ton of people that work at both those places, but we also know a ton of people that are just connected in some way to one of those companies or both of those companies. And like that is unmatched. As far as communities in our lives currently right now, there's nothing better than the communities involved around those two companies. You know, and that's something to be said for the companies themselves, obviously, because they pride themselves on that. But we wouldn't know a lot of the people that we do know now if it wasn't for those, or at least for the fitness community here in St. Louis. You know, guests we've had on the podcast, Jeff, Will, JT, Connor, you know, like even in ways, Lau.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
you
we
know?
met her through channels
Yeah, exactly.
of that. Yeah,
exactly.
100% of that same community.
Matt Adams, like
Matt,
in a way, again.
Yeah.
You know, again, kind of the channel thing, you're right?
Maybe
But
you would
still,
have gotten into a trainer position or something like that. You wouldn't have
You're
worked with
right,
them. Yeah, who
right,
knows?
Right.
Who knows? Yeah.
So all of these things are to be said for the fitness community that you will get when you put yourself into that situation, when you put yourself into the gym, put yourself into the local community, whether it's fitness related or whatever else related local to you. That'll come along with it. And then it makes it so much easier to be consistent, to continue going to the gym, to give you the confidence in yourself and to talk to other people and whatever else. Like that's a huge part of this too, you know?
Yeah.
And as far as like your why, and you mentioned it, like keep that always in the forefront of your mind. You have to. Why am I training? Why am I training? If you're a professional athlete or an athlete in general, the why is pretty easy. To get to the next level,
Correct,
to get better right now, whatever. You know, if you are a non-athlete like we currently are as far as, you know, professional status or collegiate status.
That hurt.
We aren't. Are we still athletes and probably better than a lot of other people that are still currently playing sports? Yeah, probably. But
say delusion.
Yeah. I could bat 300 in the big leagues, right?
I could. I'm convinced I could go over and play pro in Europe for hockey.
Well, yeah, they're Europeans.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I just run them all over.
That's not-
They're all
that's not-
soft over there.
That's not competition at all.
That's true. It's really not like hard.
That's LeBron playing in the WNBA.
The WNBA is nasty, bro.
Yeah, it's so good.
Super nasty.
Yeah. God.
Anyways,
Let's see, non-athletes. Your whys can be extremely simple, family related, personal related, whatever. You know, it shouldn't be overly difficult to define your why when it's fitness related. You know, when we're talking about what we're talking about right now, you know, what do you train for? Well, it should be pretty simple: to lose weight, to gain weight. Okay. Those are two extremely popular reasons. Keep those in the forefront of your mind. If you're trying to lose weight and you see the chips, you see the donuts, you see the alcohol, you see McDonald's, keep your why in the forefront of your mind. And you won't fall victim to those things. You know, if you're underweight, I'm sure you could speak on that a little bit more. You know, so it's just like keep that in the forefront of your mind, and that is where the results will come. I mean, it's how simple it is.
Yeah.
You know,
and my method with underweight probably won't work or resonate with everybody too, because like literally it would be like, do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be the guy that's 170 at your height? Do you want to be the guy that has no muscle on, so his knees are always hurt and whatnot, or so his hips are always trash, or so he's basically just pushed around by everybody around him? You know, I wasn't standing up for myself in any scenario. I didn't say no to things, etc. Like things I should have been saying no to.
Right.
I didn't stand up for myself in relationships. And like all those type of stuff. Like that's how so I'd be harsh on myself.
Yeah.
Like for sure.
It's like, do you really want to look like Slenderman?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I mean, genuinely, that's what I look like. You've seen the old pictures. That's what it was. And I didn't, you know, and I kept telling myself that over and over again. I'm like, eat, keep eating, keep
Right,
eating.
right.
It sucks. Keep
Right.
lifting. It sucks. Keep going. And so like that might not resonate with everybody, but truthfully, now that I realize it, it could have been a lot easier technically, because it could have been as simple as me tracking my calories for a week, finding out, okay, my usual is 2,500 calories of an intake. I go 500 above that, go to 3,000.
Right.
It's basically that simple with weight gain, and that's again where that buying in bulk comes into place for you guys that are on a budget and whatnot. We're on a budget. So that's what we do as well.
Right.
I buy Fit Flavors meals in bulk, that type of stuff, all that. So it's easy just to go like that,
Right. Especially those like pre-made meals,
Oh, yeah.
stuff like that,
Yeah.
Fit Flavors, and there's tons of companies around the country that do that type of stuff. But
Well, the beautiful thing about like Costco's and Sam's, you can buy again like chickens and big boxes of rice and all that stuff. It makes it super simple. Again, I'm not saying you should only eat chicken and rice, because I don't only eat chicken and rice.
but there is something to be said for it.
But it is easy. It is cheap. So that's the truth about that, 100%. So the underweight category is as simple as you looking, okay, you understanding the fact that you won't be as healthy at this weight. Like it's going to be very similar to being overweight health consequence wise. It just won't be the same outcomes necessarily, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a jumbled statement there. But the point is that if you're really skinny and you have no muscle, your bone density is lower. Your joint health is also going to be lower because you don't have any strength surrounding the area or muscle surrounding the area, and et cetera, et cetera. So like those issues come into play. You're much more fragile. You're able to be pushed over in certain scenarios. If you fall, you might take a fall harder later in life and whatnot, and that's harder because I think most people know somebody with a grandma or have had a grandma that was like really frail and small and had a fall and something happened there. You know what I mean? It was bad.
Right.
That's a good example of that later down the road where I was looking at it too, where I just didn't want to be frail. That was my thought process there. And with overweight, obviously, that is a lot of excess weight for your body to carry around that it shouldn't be. And with a lack of muscle, because you're carrying around an excess of fat and a lack of muscle, that's not a good combo.
Correct.
Yeah. So again, both of them negative health outcomes both ways.
Right.
That's why like anytime somebody that's like skinny, like objectively skinny, says I'm healthy, I'm like, no, you're not.
Right.
Like, no, you're not.
No. There was one other piece I was going to mention as far as the community aspect too, and helping you with your why. A lot of times in groups or fitness communities, whatever, there's all kinds of challenges. First Form and S2 both do a bunch of them, but there's also, like there's a lot of you that'll know her, but Lexi J Wellness, on Instagram, she's awesome, honestly. Like I think she does a great job.
Seems like her community is like her number one thing, which is awesome.
Crazy strong too.
You saw that Wyatt works for her now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
But like her work with her community, it's insane how strong and how huge it is. Which is great.
It's like the perfect like girls wellness, health and wellness thing.
Absolutely.
Like perfect scenario.
And there's also a ton of guys that are involved in it too. So I've never looked deep into her like actual training and like what her actual workouts look like, but based on the way she looks and based on the client transformations that she posts and stuff, like something's working.
Something's going right. Yeah. 100%.
And like that's what we do. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do with you guys.
At that scale.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But my point is, with all these different challenges with whoever you work out with or whoever you're involved with, like that will also keep you and give you a why, but it'll keep you to your why as well. Sometimes there's a monetary prize. You might win $10,000 for the best transformation or the most weight lost or whatever. Like that's a pretty good why. Win 10 grand. You know what I mean? Like
that's a selling factor. 100%. Yeah.
And so that's just another reason to get involved in the local community or with a company and whatever, So, Mitch, you got anything to add to this?
I think the accountability factor is big on this too, but I want to hear Mitchell's end of this as well and what it's done for you on this. What do you think, Mitch?
On fitness?
On the like why topic. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I didn't like being fat. I hated looking at myself in the mirror. It was purely for looks.
Yeah.
That's what it was. But with that came quite a bit. Confidence, the actual ability to understand your emotional intelligence and the ability to realize who you kind of are as a person. It gave me a lot of reasoning. I'd say really that started right after I graduated college. I got my first quote unquote big boy job. But with that, it just kind of opened the door for a little bit of retrospection, saying, why do I do this? Is this the right way to do this? Start asking myself those questions. And it was pretty cool because by getting my fitness in order, it definitely opened the door significantly for other aspects of my life.
Yeah.
Well, and a big thing too is along the same accountability line is like Mitchell did most of it himself, but he still was asking me questions. He was still involved in sending me questions about stuff he might have had in the gym or training or whatnot. It's like, why do you do this? Why does it go this way? But the credit goes, essentially 100% to you on that, Mitch, too. Because like it was as simple as you finding an accountability partner and somebody you trusted in your brother, but also it's not like you relied on me like a crutch. It's like, oh, Jacob, what do I do? Like, I don't know where to go from here. I don't know all this, So you start doubting yourself, et cetera. That's not what you did. You stayed dialed on the fact that you were just like, this is what I want. This is what is going to happen, et cetera. Like, I'm not okay with this. I'm living in Minneapolis. I have every option to be healthy because it's a very active state in Minnesota and whatnot. So, like you tell yourself the positive things, it's going to lead to those positive things as well. Yeah. Like, yes, can like being harsh on yourself be a good thing, but that can also be, can it be like go to the negative route? Sure. But it really can be used and should be used in a positive route too. Like be hard on yourself, but also be honest with yourself and be positive about the future and what it's going to look like when it happens too. And that's what comes along with those communities too, is that accountability aspect, because if you go and meet people at a run club, at one of these rucks they do, or at their open gyms or whatnot, you go and meet people, they're jacked, they're taking care of their stuff. The next time you see them, you don't want to tell them, I've slacked off.
Right.
Right. It is an accountability factor. And like, that's the backup to the why.
Yes.
Because sometimes the why does falter some days.
Oh yeah.
There's truth to that 100%, but that accountability from other people is a massive factor in continuing to push you in the right direction, which is huge. Yeah. Because again, you can't do it yourself. That's a very true factor. As much as everybody likes to do the lone wolf talk, we literally did a joking episode about that and whatnot back in, I think, season 2, I believe. It's okay to rely on other people for this stuff. It's okay to rely on a trainer like us. It's okay to rely on a friend. It's okay to rely on a family member, something like that, that's also pushing you and whatnot. It's okay to rely on a community.
Yeah.
It's that is the part of it. That's the point of it anyways.
Absolutely.
100%. Strava's a great example of that because everybody posts their workouts on there. It's like, oh, he's getting after it. I got to get after it.
Right.
That's a great social media way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, that is our main part of here of episode 134. Moving right along here.
It's a high number.
It is a high number. Way higher than I can count.
I would say I can't count that high.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. 1, 2, 7. I'm lost.
I jumped around.
Lost me at 2.
I'll be honest with you.
So, guys, at the end of all of our non-guest episodes, Money Mitch will ask us a Q&A question that's submitted by you guys, the viewers or the listeners. We have a few different ways that we would like you to submit these questions to us. First and foremost, you can DM them to us on Instagram at untapped.llp. You can also DM them to us individually or text us if you have our number. You can email them to us, extricationfitness@gmail.com. I know it's a mouthful. There's an email button in our Instagram bio and our Facebook bio. You can just click on it. It'll take you right to it. Also, if you do find Gabel's mind, please do not forget, email us about that, okay?
Asshole.
And lastly, we post all of our podcast episodes to YouTube. And we also post clips on Instagram, 1, 2, 3 to 5 clips a week from the podcast episodes, just different highlights that we feel would be beneficial for you guys to see on social media. You can leave your questions in the comments of the Instagram posts or the YouTube post. So definitely go and check out our Instagram and our YouTube if you have not. Submit those questions to us. We give them to Money Mitch. He picks one out that pertains to the topic of the episode. Or sometimes he will just come up with something intelligent to ask us or something funny. We had a question a while back. How many 7-year-olds?
Or 5
5-year-olds.
Yeah.
Could you take on in 10 minutes? Interesting.
Thought-provoking.
Yeah. So, point being, questions can be about anything, about a specific topic. It could be a topic recommendation as well. It could be a guest recommendation as well. Either way, submit those to us. We give them to him. Money Mitch, you're up.
Chicken and egg type question. So, all right. Is that too smart for you? Over there
That's not
laughing?
smart. It's just funny.
So, what comes first does fitness create your why to life, right? Is it does fitness define your purpose, right? Because a lot of people ask, why am I here? What am I supposed to do with my life? Blah, 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 blah. Does fitness encourage that to happen? Or do you have to find your purpose first and then you kind of start getting your life in order? What comes first?
Gosh, it's tough.
It is. I think just to clarify here, I think your why and your purpose in life are probably two different things.
They definitely could be.
You know,
They definitely could be, yeah.
I think your why, as far as fitness goes, your why comes first.
Then say, what is your why for life? You could expand it outside of fitness.
You could. I'll stick with fitness, at least for this portion.
Yep.
I think your why comes first because, like Mitch, for you and me, it was just like, man, I really hate the way I look. I hate the way I'm starting to feel. I need to change this, you know? So the answer was simple. I need to start working out. I need to start being active. You know, that's
hard.
my why, is I need to lose weight. I need to lose body fat.
We did think real hard about it. It was
Oh,
real-
yeah. I mean, that was like a 6-month period
Man,
of my life
I'm a fat ass.
where I just
That's
thought
probably the
about
only
it.
thought.
I'm fat. What do I do?
Yeah, right. and you know, we all sit here and laugh at that. Like, there are genuinely people that think that. And it's like, hey, dude, like, the answer's pretty simple. Like, you got to start moving.
Not like you don't see Untapped LLP on Instagram.
Well,
day
right.
posting stuff. Yeah.
100%. But also, it's just like, you need to move. We're not saying you got to go into the gym and immediately bench 315. Start with walking to get your mail. Like, go walk down the street.
Yeah, if you're in that spot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're down that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, go walk down the street. Okay. Expand that. Go walk half a mile. Go walk a mile. You know, whatever. But I think for fitness, your why comes first.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's a single event of some sort happens. You know, let's say you're an athlete, you blow your knee out. Okay, well, you need to strengthen your knees. You need to strengthen your mobility in your hips and your ankles. Like, all of that connects. We have to work on that to prevent that from happening again. You know, obviously there's freak things that happen, but could the freak thing have been prevented? Maybe.
Maybe. A lot
You
of
know?
situations can be, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think for fitness, I think the why comes first.
Yeah. I would agree. And I also say that your why can shift.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a big factor too, because, you know, let's say you get into fitness in college, for example, and you're just going with your boys. You know, you're just going because your boys are going and whatnot.
Yeah. Tarzan.
It's like, oh yeah, like, dude, we're all gonna have 6-packs. Okay, that's a why.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
You're getting jacked and having 6-packs and looking handsome with your boys. Like,
Right.
sure.
I don't. This is not weird. I don't think it's weird. I'm not giggling over here.
I was just trying to see if you guys would say anything sus or something like that.
As one of the two most mature in the room, considering we are significantly older than young
Sure.
Mitch
Yeah,
over here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Hey,
Young Buck.
Young Mitch,
Young Mitch.
rapper.
That's definitely a rapper name.
Rapper name?
100%.
Anyway, continue.
Wow. But yeah, I think your why does shift. I think it maybe it doesn't. I would hope if it's just like I want a 6-pack, it shifts from that for sure. Shifts to something more productive than that. So I would agree 100% it does. Like, a reason has to happen for you to get into fitness.
Yeah.
Now, fitness can also shape your why.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
When you get into fitness, it's like all of a sudden, like, you bring your fat friend in and all of a sudden he starts getting healthy.
Yeah.
That's a why. It's like, whoa, I'm going to keep doing it because he's doing it.
Right.
He's getting better. He's getting healthier. That acid reflux is gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he feels more confident. Every time I talk to him, he gets more confident.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a familiar scenario here.
Did you just call me the fat friend though?
But what I will make it clear, you were not the fat friend at the time when we were connected because you had already lost some of the weight.
I had.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had.
why you're funny,
I won't
Wurtz.
count that.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's why you're funny.
That's actually a
I
good
was
point.
born funny.
Yeah.
I don't know about
mean,
that.
Come on now.
No, it's when you got fat.
Yeah.
Funny for sure.
No, it wasn't.
It's like it's like dad wisdom. Is that so? Like, as soon as you get fat, you get funnier. So like it's an inverse relationship. When you get skinnier, you get less funny.
But
That's why I'm not funny at all.
Yeah.
Because I was the opposite of things.
but,
Yeah.
but I already have
Yeah, you were just freaking Jack and the Beanstalk over there. I mean,
Buddy looked like a piece of asparagus.
turn this into a cook Gable session. Gosh. A piece of asparagus is insane. That's insane. No, it's like that commercial. Oh shoot, with the fruit.
yeah,
Loop
it's the
guy or
cereal.
whatever. There we go, the cereal.
Yeah, the cinnamon stick.
cinnamon stick. Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh man, dude. Oh wow, that's unreal. But hey, just let me have it for sure, because it'll just fuel the fire. I'm going to 280. Screw it. I'm going to 280.
280. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be benching 315 for 15 reps at 280 easily.
I would hope so.
Yeah, that's true. 280. If you're muscular, you better be.
You couldn't even bench 185. And you're
Yeah, I'm one of my Kevin Durant. Come on, jeez. They call him the Slim Reaper for a reason.
That's racist.
That's so crazy. A little bit of accounting words came back out there. That was kind of interesting.
No, he didn't.
See, but anyways, fitness does shape your why because, and again, it's what Mitchell was saying too. Is that like fitness is also for him. It was dialing in other factors for him, just like it was dialing in other factors for us.
Sure.
You know, so if you are also healthier, it's easier to focus and put your attention forward.
Yeah.
On things like being more financially stable,
Right.
on being financially free, or being up to the degree of wealthy, which again should be, I think, a goal most people should strive for to a certain degree,
absolutely.
100%. But fitness allows you to put a focus on that because it does make certain things just easier to do.
Absolutely.
Life is just easier. Life is, honestly, funny enough, when you're healthy, it's less expensive, truthfully, because again, you don't have the medical bills that come along with it. You don't have the other issues that you're just popping over the counter pills for or whatnot. Or
Your prescriptions are protein powder and creatine.
literally, as funny as it is, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, creatine, I prescribe to essentially every human being on earth.
I do too.
Almost. Yeah.
Whenever I meet new people, hi, I'm Jake. You should be taking creatine.
That'd be an awesome way to introduce
It really
yourself.
would.
It would be. Yeah.
It'd be a funny, like, I bet we could start that as a social media.
No,
trend of
we
some
should
sort.
should go around interviewing people on the street and say that.
Yeah.
Just have film you going up to people, be like, "Hi, I'm Jacob. Take your creatine."
Take your creatine.
Yeah.
Here's a free sample.
Yeah, they're like, "What? Who's this idiot coming up to me?" Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's an intriguing question from Mitchell because, you know, I think some people think that your why is always solidified, but when you're 19 or even when you're like 25 or 30 and you don't really have a direction on your life or an idea of your life, there are some people again that get into it at 45, 50, 55, 60 plus, et cetera.
Yeah.
And they just find their why then.
Right.
You know? So, you know, it's always going to be shifting. That's, I guess, a fact we didn't even necessarily touch on.
Right.
I don't know. I think that's massive because if you allow it to shift as well away from not just the self-glorification of the six-pack or looking good and whatnot, and that's your only focus, there needs to be a little bit more than that.
And that
needs to
can
go
be your
farther than that.
starting point.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
like that's what I was striving for the longest time. And I got to it. You know what I mean? Like I got down to that shredded look, but no longer did that need to be my continued why or purpose of working out.
Exactly.
You know, because forever
it evolved.
Exactly. Forever it was lose weight, lose weight, lose weight, lose weight, lose weight. And then I got to a point, it's like, okay, if I keep going down that, then I'm going to run into different issues, you know? And now it's just like, I just need to maintain a healthy life, healthy lifestyle, healthy weight. You know, are there times where you could lose some? Or are there times where you can gain some? Sure. But that goes into that, you know? So I love the point on, you know, it will, not it can, it will evolve. It will change. You reach a certain milestone, then it's time to reevaluate. You know what I mean? Bodybuilders don't stay shredded year round. They're actually shredded for just a few weeks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess like by most people's standards, they're probably considered shredded all year round. But
Sure.
But you and I know.
Right.
Yeah.
But like look at Will, for example, Big Will.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When he's stepping on stage, he looks unbelievable.
Yeah. Looks like you can't see literally a pound of fat on his
No,
body,
literally.
essentially. Yeah.
The rest of the year, he is just enormously jacked. But he still does have abs. He still does have crazy vascularity and things like that. So, yes, if someone had never seen him before, be like, man, that guy's shredded. Well, it's like, well, wait until he's about to step on stage.
Yeah.
Like,
Will's a specimen.
you could poke him with a freaking bobby pin, and he's going to bleed out.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, that's how shredded he gets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The rest of the year, like, well, actually, probably all year, he will break you in half.
Yeah, all year.
Yeah,
for sure.
all year. You're right. That's an all year thing.
He could be like have not eaten for 10 days and he'll still break you in half.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah. It's pretty horrifying. But yeah.
Talking about Will be inspired. Look him up on Instagram. Fantastic human being right there.
That's the man right there.
Yep. What was his episode with us? I'm sure you've got it on your mind.
Episode with us was, so if I'm correct,
did I just
it was
stop?
season 2, episode 26. Let's check.
226.
No.
Yeah, let's give it a quick check here.
I have a feeling I think
Quick,
I just nailed it.
Quick shout out here for one of the best humans we've ever met.
He's such a stud.
Yes.
Nailed it.
You nailed it? 226?
Yep. Season 2, episode 26.
That's impressive, dude.
Yep.
Yeah. Mitch, you got anything to add to this? No, you're good over there? All right.
Nice.
Well, guys, that is episode 134 of the Untapped Podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please continue sharing the show, showing the love. Share it to Instagram stories, share it with your friends and families, text it around, post it to your stories, take screenshots, take pictures of your laptop or TV screen or movie theater or whatever you're watching us on. One of our buddies was watching us on his 80-inch TV. Like, that's pretty cool.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So, guys, please continue sharing the show, okay? It helps us grow so much. We cannot stress that enough. So, please continue to do that for us, and we will continue to bring you better content, great guests, and things like that. Guys, until next time, peace and love.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.